What's up, family? It's the pastor. Shit, another day, man, to give God praise. Another day, man, just to be thankful, man, and understand that this life ain't promised, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, every day we wake up could be your last day. You don't know. You really don't. But, you know, what I want to talk about today is leadership. And, you know, I'm not the first person to say that you have to serve to lead. I'm not the first person to say that. However, that's just not what's glamorized. That's just not what you see out here in the world that much. You don't really see people that, serve to lead. You know, they just lead because they feel like they're leaders. They feel like they have the natural born talents. They feel like they have influence over people. They have gifts, talents that make them leaders, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's not effective, and it doesn't work. Okay, that's a leadership that leads to selfishness. Okay, it leads to very selfish ways. It leads to selfish behavior, and it displays itself at the time that you really don't want it to. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can put on all you want to in this world, but when it's really time to perform spiritually, when you really got to come from within, if you ain't really that, then you're not going to perform like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's the danger of not paying attention to your spirit and not understanding that in this life, if you want to lead, you got to serve. If you have a servant mentality like the Christ, of course, we take the blueprint from the Christ and we apply it. And that don't just apply to Christians, that applies to everybody, what I'm saying, who can actually think and understand what Christ actually taught and what he did. You can consider everything else outside of the Christ as supporting material for the Christ. You know what I'm saying? We just need to really understand who the Christ is, because he put all this stuff out real simple, real plain, okay? But understanding that leadership is service, we learn that through the Christ. And if you're not, leading like that today, then you're not a real leader. And it's only a matter of time before you get exposed. You will get exposed, okay? It's just what it is. It's only a matter of time before you get exposed as the fake leader that you are. And I only say fake because you're not really a leader. Leaders have to be individuals that move on behalf of others, like a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a wolf, you know what I'm saying, talking about you're a leader, that you're a shepherd. No, you're a wolf. Just stay a wolf. You know what I'm saying? Wolves you ain't got no leader when there's a wolf. You know what I'm saying? That's like being, in the NFL, you know what I'm saying, and thinking that your position is safe. You know what I'm saying? Or really in any kind of professional sports and thinking that your position is never safe. You always got to be competing. So that's the thing about being a wolf. Like, you might think you're a boss and shit like that, but at the core, you really just a fucking wolf. So since you're a wolf, then, it's only a matter of time for, the wolf, another wolf coming, knock you off. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a leader, when you're a shepherd, okay, then there's no knocking you off, okay? There's no, you have your own flock. First of all, you only get your confidence from the Spirit of God, not from what you see in the flesh. See, wolves get their confidence from what they see in the flesh, how they see themselves, how people treat them, what they have, things like that. That's why that's a selfishness leadership. You got to be a servant. You got to understand what it is to serve. So then, therefore, you're not looking to see what you got in the physical to influence on others. Nah, you got to be able to see what gifts that you have inside that are going to better other individuals to do better in what they do. Not get under other individuals to be so jealous and so, thirsty to want to live your lifestyle, man. That's blasphemy, man. That's horrible, man. That's false prophets, man. That's wolves. You know what I'm saying? Because once you can fool a sheep, you know what I'm saying? The wolves in sheep's clothing, once you can fool them, you know what I'm saying? You could take them, once you get them away from the shepherd far enough, man, then, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And the shepherd, at the end of the day, it's not his responsibility to make sure that the sheep don't get fooled by the wolves. Nah, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? He just has to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christ has always been through the Spirit, consistent. So his real sheep hear his voice, man. We hear Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? We know what he's saying, man. He's saying, hey, if you want to be a leader, really, if you want to be anything in this life, but you should want to be a leader, because at the end of the day, this is about your salvation. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that service leads to leadership, and leadership, that will make you the ultimate leader, not only in this world, but to Christ, man, to the Most High, man. When you get to transition at the top tier, man. You get to transition one at the top. No matter how much money or what your status is, you get to transition into the top if you really learn how to be a servant but lead. You know what I'm saying? Be a leader. You can't be, you know what I'm saying, a servant just because you a leech. Nah, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? That don't play. You can't just be out here trying to do, you know what I'm saying, with, babysit and, give people, do this for that, do that for people, do this for people. I don't know, man. You know what people do these days to try to get in and get, you know what I'm saying, get something. Nah. This is leadership. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about leadership, and that's it. Because there's a lot of individuals out here that are so-called leaders, but they're not leaders at all. Okay? They're not leaders at all, but that's neither here or there. It's up to us to test the spirits and understand these things. Okay? It's up to us, you know what I'm saying, to think about it. You know, sit back, okay, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, and then apply that shit to your own shit when you have the opportunities in your own life to be able to serve. Okay? / lead. Okay, because that's what it is, that's what it is. Even if you aren't a natural born leader, forget all that. Okay, that's shit that we was, brainwashed with. Okay, brainwashed with. It has nothing to do with what God put in your spirit. And what we got to understand is that we all are weak, but He is strong. That's it. And He only wants you in your weakness. He don't give a shit about you trying to, trying to puff yourself up to a certain point to where in Christ, you'll be one with the Christ, and then you'll get the Spirit and God, Nah, you got to come, like I say, raw, don't come at all. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get yourself to a certain type of place in this life to where you think that God will then take you on. Nah, you got to always stay that humble. Stay with that sinner's prayer. Stay with that sinner's prayer, man, that came humble and was like, man, God, I ain't even worthy. Don't never try to come to God, telling Him what you do or how you are and what you think you are, man. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it pays to serve, man. That's just the keys to the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting the keys to the kingdom, man, from the pastor, man. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect, man.